Tumse Todboli, and the sporting director for the football club wants to do something special for them. Because last season with Enzo Maresca, almost a lot of players in my Enzo Maresca, but then, Ono as an Italian coach, he came in, had his own identity, and then he needed to make sure, say, the identity needed to me resemble some of the things that were in dressing room, even on the field of play for the football club to also be ensured, say, projects no more, he can easily have that share of it, and then they can easily play very well for Chelsea Football Club. So what Chelsea signed this season, it tells you, say, they are in to compete. After winning the Club World Cup, they are even adding a lot of players, and they are even adding some numerous players to their already made original squad they all currently like to speak, and they want to make sure, say, Ombetimi are competing for next season in this particular English Premiership. But so we'll check it the last time Chelsea winning the English Premiership. It was far back in 2016. That was Antonio Conte era in that particular season. Now, you be didn't come no one who say Chelsea in Semna Yana Yekano. One Enzo Maresca, the nationality Italy, meaning or Italian coach. Antonio Conte was also an Italian coach. Say Michel Chelsea, the last time I'm ball, even a game that they played against PSG Football Club in the final of the Club World Cup. So we'll check the starting lineup. Enzo Maresca de Asia PSG Football Club now. You can easily attest to the fact that he didn't play the normal 4-back. Although so was sharing the 4-2-3-1 tactical system, but then he played 3-back. And we make sure that 3-back now all bono. Say Chelsea a defender, we defend in numbers. In about 6 players we to defend it at the amount. So we'll check it your body issue. You talk about Marco Krell in the left wing, the left full-back position, Leverkusen in the left centre-back, Chaloba, right centre-back, Gusto, right full-back, Infinio, Caicedo, James, and then Enzo Fernandez, and then Nimo Neto, Neto, João Pedro, and then Cole Palmer or mobile into the attacking third. This was a fine tactical system. He utilized it and made sure that so more track about Echira. Ubenya Rhys James or no Babe supported Chaloba and then Malo Gusto, Ewo Echira. So more go into the attacking third that already about 3 solid midfielders Ewo. Marco Krella, Bekwa Kahun, na aye 4. So in other way, enkoye the normal 4-3-2-1, but then the 3-4-3 tactical system. Similar like Diana Antonio Conte, in 2016. 2016, at the time Antonio Conte ever the English Premiership, they already made tactical identity, and not most of the clubs, and also most of the Premiership coaches anymore was the 4-4-2 mid-block system. So after Sir Alex Ferguson, most of the coaches the tactical things and all Manchester United it was very difficult for him to score most of the matches. Then you talk about Arsene Wenger. He is that kind of coach. He'll be in the philosophy. So when he's playing, he wants his players to play much of the ball, and then he wants them to possess much. It will be in the kind of philosophy Arsene Wenger shared it to Arsenal. The invisible side in 2004, it was somehow difficult for him to win the English Premiership and even win most of the crucial games for Arsenal Football Club. But when Antonio Conte Ebano, he was playing the 3-back style at Juventus Football Club. With Juventus, he used that same 3-back style, or both the 3-back, both in 4, both in Nimo Treno, to win a lot of Scudetto and win even the side of the Italian Serie A, Unya Edema, the side of Juventus Football Club. It tells you, say, when he was come to Chelsea, he needed certain identity for the football club, and then he needed the right players to adjust to that particular tactical system. And that was similar. Enzo Maresca, Eyusu against PSG Football Club, Odi winning them in the Club World Cup final. Now, may I kind of say, when you check about the system of coaching, we have 3 types of coaching system. We have the pragmatic style of coaching. We have the idealistic style of coaching. Then you talk about the modernist style of coaching. So we'll check the system of Enzo Maresca. Although say, so we'll check the idealistic system of coaching. Those kind of coaches, no mere philosophers, they don't carry on themselves. They carry their philosophy and they carry their identity into the football club. Especially is Pep Guardiola. Especially is Antonio Conte. Conte club making sure that the 3-back so Guardiola call each and every football club or making sure so the possession-based system in the football club they utilize it. Enzo Maresca coached under, and I say he learned with the side of Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. So to me, now himself or a possession-based coach as a who share Enzo Maresca or Buffler and we're making sure so with me attack or share a lot of goals. But then the year with the side of Leicester City or year with Chelsea, say he is not that kind of athletic coach now or that kind of possession-based system of football. But then he will give you that defensive, solidity, and then he will give you that midfield compatibility and will be me about the side of Chelsea Football Club. The same thing applies to Antonio Conte. So in terms of this style of coaching, he is adapting to the system of Antonio Conte. Now in 2016, say production day, this kind of lineup better so Eddie Amamia. You check Antonio Conte, the first 11 of boy when he was playing against the side of Arsenal Football Club. In that very first half, Olusu 3-0 against Arsenal. Olusu that particular game, but after so Olusu to Arsenal, in the last 13 consecutive matches of Bodima Chelsea Football Club, he was able to win. Now, in that time, the last time an football club making that kind of history, was far back in 2004 with Arsene Wenger. Or the side of unbeaten runner, or more using the invisible title to achieve that particular English Premiership title. Antonio Conte came to Chelsea, had his threat back, made sure that in 13 consecutive times he would win for the side of Chelsea Football Club. Only Tottenham Hotspur, it may break that kind of history at the mother side of Antonio Conte. Now, at that particular moment in time, checking the threat back and Chelsea Football Club about Omu Cahill, Omu the side of David Luiz, Omu Ashley Quetta in the midfield, or Matic, or N'Golo Kante, or Victor Moses in the right wing back for the side of Chelsea Football Club, and Marcos Alonso Ebo as a left wing back for the side of Chelsea. Some more Trakia Babaka, Marcos Alonso Bebo as a left full back, and then Victor Moses Bebo as a right full back in that particular position. Then N'Golo Kante, the side of Matic, who stayed as a two partners or more into the midfielder. They will play very well for the side of Chelsea Football Club. Hazard, Pedro, and then Diego Costa will lead the attacking line. In that very season, Diego Costa was able to score 20 goals in about 35 appearances that he had for Chelsea Football Club. Unprecedented for Antonio Conte. So he had this kind of plan, and those plans became oriented, and they were able to utilize those plans into consideration for Chelsea Football Club in the 2016-2017 season. So we'll check the number of signings at Chelsea, Ayediama Enzo Maresca now. Whether Enzo Maresca likes it or not, he is that kind of Italian coach watching the European Conference League, the other side of Chelsea. Mm-hmm. He has won the Club World Cup for Chelsea Football Club. Mm-hmm. So we'll check this style, and I said the identity of these players are, I see something similar to Enzo Maresca's squad now, or what currently as we speak. Because in this particular squad, the man that he was doing most of the job for Matic in the midfield was N'Golo Kante. Mm-hmm. In that season, he had close to about 99 recoveries of ball in the English Premiership with that particular season. So in terms of be recover ball, in terms of interceptions, in terms of blocks, in 2016-2017 season, N'Golo Kante had much than any other midfielder in that particular season. So we'll check it into this particular starting lineup on meeting against the side of PSG Football Club. Caicedo, James, and then Enzo Fernandez. Rich James, they are on yet that kind of player, a typical midfielder for Chelsea. No, or as a right fullback. But sometimes we can play him as a hybrid player, in supporting Caicedo and also in supporting Enzo Fernandez. At the time, Enzo Fernandez be free as a traditional boss-to-boss midfielder supporting Moises Caicedo. So we'll check it Chelsea or move for Moises Caicedo has been doing the most for the side of Chelsea Football Club, even last season in the English Premiership and even the Club World Cup. In terms of interceptions, Obianuwa in the Chelsea Football Club set up in terms of midfield, or a lot of interceptions more than Moises Caicedo. Obianuwa to recover balls more than Moises Caicedo for Chelsea Football Club, and Obianuwa put most of the dangerous tackles for Chelsea, making a lot of blocking passes from the opponent for Chelsea Football Club in the side of Moises Caicedo. N'Golo Kante in 2016 was doing that same job for Chelsea, or moving the 2016-2017 English Premiership. And then Moises Caicedo is also doing that same job for Enzo Maresca. That makes me think Chelsea, Enzo Maresca is trying to revisit that DNA. Antonio Conte, AUSU were 2016-2017 doing the English Premiership for Chelsea Football Club. So we'll check Enzo Fernandez. He's not that kind of player or looking like Matic in the midfield for the 2016 squad. Because Enzo Fernandez, offensively, he is very good. Matic, offensively, he wouldn't give you that much of the passing accuracy, but then he will give you stability as an offensive pivot right behind N'Golo Kante in the 2016 squad. So we'll check Enzo Fernandez in terms of flexibility or the Bemano. he makes a match of sense together with Cole Palmer in attacking in the attacking side for Chelsea Football Club. That makes me think. So when you are getting this particular press to most of the assists, it will be Cole Palmer this season. In that very season, 2016, Eden Hazard was regarded as one of these footballers that in terms of 1v1 situation or dribble passing any other opponent in the English Premiership in 2016-2017 season. And Cole Palmer has been doing the same thing for the Chelsea Football Club. Into the attacking third, although Diego Costa, they seem like striking system now of Bodema Antonio Conte in that season, no? You know that kind of tactical things in the side of João Pedro and even Nicolas Jackson. With the amount of goals for Chelsea in 20 goals in 35 appearances, you know, if free say Nicolas Jackson free Villarreal about Chelsea, you know, he hasn't given that same number of goals. But although the 14 goals, the 12 goals, the 10 goals, be there, or the Bema Chelsea Football Club in the attacking third. But in João Pedro in the last 2 matches, he has given Chelsea 3 goals, and he is showing that kind of potential. And so, given much of playing time, he can give Chelsea that kind of leading goals for Chelsea Football Club. So I believe Enzo Maresca, he doesn't have any excuse. See, Mikel Arteta, the kind of spend his ass now. Enzo Maresca, any excuse. Sa squad not the ball against Club World Cup PSG Football Club. No? I see something similar, just like the squad with Antonio Conte. Marco Crella as a left fullback, Obo as an inverted midfielder, similar like Marcos Alonso. Malo Gusto, Ebetimiabo as an inverted midfielder. Rich James can play as an inverted midfielder, similar to the 2016 squad. And that makes me think, this time around, it wouldn't be the 4-2-3-1 for Enzo Maresca, but it would be something like 4 at the back, 3 in the midfield, 3 at the attacking side. But say Chelsea air attack here, it will be a 3-4-3 tactical system.
Adi, next year you want to league, you know.
Chelsea can win the league.
Mate, when you talk chamber now more not bad. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm Nicholas watching live from Goma. Dago, fantastic sport ball standard. Yeah, that's it. Unico dia ode eramu. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm Richardo from my chance. Hell no, most room. Good afternoon. I'm watching live from my team. Kumase, but one funny dino. Amba Abu Ambaluso from a Hanswa. Please update me on Barcelona. Your day eba ye no. Any update from Krobia Kumasi Asante Koroko Camp Pedro wa Modini Cruz. Yebe Fiebena Yeri Unkoma. Abu more update from Real Madrid. I'm say Nkwa Evans from Western North. Seribo di great job. Yera say hello. I'm watching live from Bushen Kumasi. I'm Rigobert. Here with Tony. Your day Mono. Good afternoon, big man. I'm Omar Spartan. Watching live from Sumu and Akpalu Ose Barcelona. Lami Yama, no bombardier Nidino. It was all please good evening, Fakye Sport. I'm Unruly Kakito, watching live inside Kentampo Habitat. You guys are doing a great job. Keep on. But I extend my greetings to International Luther King. You are Fanta Bruta, Luther Edjo. So good evening, I'm watching you live from Techiman, Arowa. Thanks, you guys doing a great job. My name is Ko Mystica 1. Your dear Breno. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm Kriku Abrante from Obuasi. Please, more update from Chelsea, and God bless you. Good work here, I say. Good afternoon, sir. More update on Chelsea. Robert from Tieku. No,